All right, guys. So as promised, and as requested highly by you guys, I get a lot of likes and watches and questions that come out of my imports video from back in what was that, 2013, Troy? I think it was
Somewhere
2013.
around there.
Um, and the biggest thing that I always get questioned is whatever happened to the pixel gene. Some of you guys do follow me on Facebook and follow the posts that I've been making, so you might be aware that my pixel gene has actually produced over the years. This girl in front of us here is actually that's the pixel right there. Let's see, is it coming up okay? So the pixeling is a really interesting aspect of this animal. We started off with a female back in 2013, and we've been able to breed her for the past 3 years, and we've ended up with several animals that are pixel. I have two breeder males by now. This girl who has I don't think she's ovulated just yet, but she's produced follicles and she's building at the moment. The mother, who is building at the moment, she's got follicles in her about the size of a pea. And then there's another sister to this group. So it's the mother and the two daughters who are breeding, and I bred them to this male, which he is also, if you can see there, he's a pixel as well. So the pixel is defined by this gray area by the tail. He's got it on this side too. He just doesn't want to sit still. By this gray area around the tail discoloration, and then the belly itself, it turns into a white splotch surrounded by color. It's more visible on the girl, so I'll flip her over if you want. Yeah, so this will be simpler. So even though she's getting ready to go into shed, you can see how this is whiter up in here, and then it turns into like a yellowy orange on this side. So if we do like a little roll, you can see how that works. And then of course there's no black coloration coming in, it's all speckled and mottled. That's a telltale sign of the pixel. There's a speculation that this is het pied. I did take it to a het pied. We thought we had definitive proof that we had a het pied, an offspring with het pied tracks and the pixel tracks. We are not sure we want to conclude yet, but we believe that these are not going to be of the same complex, meaning this isn't a het pied marker, that this is going to be its own thing. But again, that's the reason we tried to do aim for the super this year. We've got two chances. It looks like about 15 eggs between the two of them that we should be getting to see what as an experiment to see if we can get the super. So if it's a 1 in 4 shot, we hope we can do it this year. Of course, you know my luck with odds. Sometimes it just doesn't pan out. But yeah, so as you can see, these are actually the two of the smaller ones from that first clutch. The other two are very much building right now. And this girl, I think this one was the one that was taken back to the Pirate. Dad was Pirate, so I think I took her back to Pirate just to see if Dad's having any influence on the pixelation. And like every other gene, regardless of what happens, the pixel gene is pretty interesting in that the variation, as you can see, is low grade to high grade, stretches a good distance throughout the body. And then there's other cases where it's subdued and it's a little more difficult to tell. You have to, when they're babies, the orange is really visible, and you could have to do the belly roll, and you see the white target, and then the orange on the sides is bordering. And that's really how we know, in addition to this side pattern, if it's a low expression, that's really how we can tell. So I believe I've got 6 or 7 female pixels, 3 males here. One's a baby. Like I said, this is the first year I've been breeding the male. This guy here in my hand. This is the first year I've been breeding him. So I haven't overproduced the pixels. And before I really went crazy with it, I wanted to make sure that I had a good stock of females to take to the male, and then figure out if it is or isn't going to be a codominant gene or create a super, as we like to say here in the snake hobby. So I still owe you a Pirate video. My male's breeding. And then the females that he's produced, one's just about where I need her to be for size. I'm not sure if she's going to ovulate this year. She is building, but she's a little small for my tastes. She stopped eating right when she hit her 1,500 gram mark, so I don't know if she's going to be producing or not this year. But definitely stay tuned. A lot going on. I didn't forget about you guys. We sidebarred talking about the project until we had something more to tell you rather than just speculation. And I was going to wait until there was a super, but since there's so many of you asking for it, I figured I'd just give you a video update, let you know what's going on. So, takeaway message. Hopefully the supers are on the way. Get back to me in July. We'll have an update video of cutting these clutches. Thanks, guys.